Hey guys, Megadane 6.7 here. I'm the co-author of Mystery Science Theater 6.7 and Mystery Science Cinema 3001. My colleague Zoogz and I have decided to riff another short AGS horror game, The Medical Theories of Dr. Kerr, starring the insane...
Please, I prefer the term ethically challenged.
Right. Starring the ethically challenged Dr. Victor Kerr and co-starring his numerous patients. I'll be voicing the riffs for this LP, along with my sister, Kizzy Caspy, whose help is always appreciated.
Very happy to be here, and this game is seriously messed up.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for tuning in to our LP, and we hope you enjoy the show. Oh my god, TV's Frank, what happened to you?
Whoever he is, he died toothless.
Oh, if only he'd listened to 4 out of 5 dentists. East Area 7. They really need to work on defense.
I'm theoretically terrified as we speak. Next time I get sick, I'll be sure to try base jumping and parkour.
Well, in fairness, he did try to ask for their parents' permission first. The game's already ripping off Stephen King.
No, it's an homage. An homage.
Right.
Wait, was that your nose? Oopsie.
He started with campfire ghost stories, but quickly escalated to creepypasta.
Sure, they're dead, but look, their measles are completely gone. I call that a win, wouldn't you?
Psst, hey Bob, your torch went out. Never mind, we'll fix it in post.
No, really, there's still one kid in here, I swear.
Funny, I was expecting Butters.
You would think devout Catholics would be more likely to condemn any attempt to conjure the dead.
This is no time for rationality. We have a seance to perform.
Let's resurrect angry kids that we couldn't protect. That's a great idea.
And don't forget your checkbooks. Okay, player, turn your head and cough. That castle looks seriously constipated.
Not exactly Hogwarts. Maybe hippopotamus herpes? Yeah, the stars are out. All 4 of them.
Holy crap! What's with the huge stairs?
You could show a Busby Berkeley production on those stairs. Wait, is that Terrence or Philip? Oh, it's Dr. Kerr. Had no idea he was an angry doodle.
When someone asks you if you want to breed a unicorn and a mermaid, don't do it.
Don't get too close or it'll impale you when it starts to sing.
Want to tone down the soundtrack game? Nobody's dancing and I'm not about to start.
Let's see, we got Father Smooth, Colonel Mayonnaise, and poor man's Tyra Banks.
This is the same house that they film all those Tom and Jerry chase scenes in, isn't it?
Which is more pimp-like, the priest or the pimp?
Well, let's see. Big-ass cross, Snoop Dogg's pajamas, Ed Grimley's hairstyle turned sideways, gangsta style. Yeah, my vote's for the father. Oh, it's a Yankee gift swap. Take the teddy bear!
Take your time. It's not like a child's life hangs in the balance or anything.
Thank you, Father Moreland. Now please put on some shoes. You're stinking up the room.
The only thing he's organized is the swinging singles party at the parish.
Your noble sacrifice and eventual scapegoating will not be in vain, my son. First, we have fun tonight. Then we Wang Chung tonight. Normally, I wouldn't condone murder, but fuck it. Someone tithed the Glock a month ago.
Resurrecting furious spirits always sounds like a good idea. At first.
Or pull us into the fiery pits of hell to share their torment. Either one.
That priest has performed less exorcisms than I have.
Are you kidding? I resurrect angry souls to wash me car every Friday night. I'm so glad that you came to help us with this matter, and then completely wussed out. Bless you.
I needed the piss pot anyway. Don't nobody bug me. And hand me that issue of Soldier of Fortune. Thanks.
Or be the small-headed eye candy.
Nice dress, but it may need a little hemming.
Yeah, I watched the Extreme Makeover Home Edition when Ty Pennington built it. Very moving.
There can be only one doctor.
Who?
Exactly.
Yeah, that is one way to get recognition.
Nothing like a little assisted suicide to get rid of the sniffles. Which admittedly was more sophisticated than the standard therapy in 1900. Take 2 leeches and call me in the morning.
He'd find it quite funny and laugh.
You're slurring your words, Evelyn. Are you tanked?
Nonsense. I just had a nip of 3 of liquid courageous before coming out here. Yeah, don't worry. I'm soberer than a priest on what day is it again, Father?
It's 1900. Wouldn't doctors' treatments be terrifying enough as it is?
Beta testers! That fiend!
Okay, John Walsh.
We'll supply the gallows. You go find a rope. Hey! Hands off my teddy!
So, 3 potatoes, an old iPad knockoff, and an oddly misshapen Bratz doll.
It's like Santa isn't even trying anymore.
Ah yes, the constellation's saggy parallelogram.
Wow, who set up the plastic snozzberry tree?
I pity the zombies that mess with that plant. Suddenly we're playing Gold Rush. Does this mansion consist entirely of half bathrooms?
Maybe Dr. Kerr tortured kids by trying to make them figure out how they could wash themselves.
In Leisure Suit Larry, you found a diamond ring in a sink. This game, not so lucky. Mecha lecca hi, mecha hiney ho.
You're completely winging it, aren't you?
And may you bless us with your noodly appendage. Amen.
Absolutely. And your booty's supposed to be shaking like this.
Oh crap, the spirits are Twitter trolls.
Please spare me. I'm too funky fresh to die.
Hey, keep it down out there. I'm trying to pinch a loaf.
Well, at least we're in the right place to be shitting ourselves.
As long as I don't flush, they won't come in here.
I think Father Moreland is the bloody mess.
Include us in this crappy game?
We think not. Well, as long as the seance was a success, then.
All that blood and yet his suit remains crisp and clean.
Well, it's not a penny, but I can't see our luck getting much worse.
The children were promised McDonald's and they didn't get it. What did they think was going to happen?
Nah, that dress doesn't do a thing for me. Yeah, did a great job protecting the other 3. Oh, wait!
Even the game doesn't know what those objects are supposed to be. Just leave them.
You know, that unicorn whale is looking mighty suspicious.
Where were you on the night of tonight? Just hanging around, eh? A likely story.
Oh, the music got festive again. Guess everything's okay now. Except old stale gingerbread. It's just not an old person's home without it.
Can't I work it? I could really use the money.
Someone instantly regrets spending money on something Guy Fieri wrote. Just like Madonna.
You sample some of the mold to find out if it is psychedelic. To cut a bitch, why else?
Just like Madonna. Just like Madonna's...
Okay, enough already.
Itchy? Tasty? Well, that was no help at all.
I rewrote his illness as pneumonia, but now he can't walk. Back to the drawing board. The kids love Five Nights at Freddy's, especially when I put on my furry suit and jump scare them.
So, Dr. Kerr was the purple guy this whole time?
Well, he shouldn't have left that deep case of shock laying about then. And a 5% less chance it will be treated to an impromptu performance of Oliver.
Damn you, Dr. Kerr. Damn you to hell! In a horror game? Not really.
Maniac Mansion had a bloody chainsaw. This is nothing.
Oh, I beg to differ, game. Says you, there could be old coins, or more mold.
Dr. Kerr hired a handyman but couldn't resist beating him to death while dressed as a power drill.
Yeah, pick the one thing that's human-sized in the kitchen to make into a secret passage.
Well, to be fair, it was the only cabinet left that actually opened. Child flies kite on huge alien ass. Nice. Ugh.
It's the new Cuddlier T1000.
Death Panda is learning his ABCs. You better not disturb him, or you'll be R.I.P.
Like, who does your hair? It's fantastic.
We will call you names and take embarrassing cell phone photos of you.
Can I touch your ears? Ooh, they're so fuzzy.
No, it's medical theories. Check the status bar again. He's disturbingly well spoken for a 6-year-old.
Did you see how they were dressed? I slaughtered them in the name of good taste.
They're just pining for the fjords.
Assuming, of course, that you saved your game recently.
Because Dr. Kerr did it first. He started it.
Yeah, what is he, 6? Oh wait, he is.
No, really, we'll hurt you. Honest. You better buy what we're selling, buddy.
Siamese twins always count as one, right?
Hey, that's offensive.
Dr. Kerr kept feeding me gummy bears until I croaked. It was a short but sweet life. Painfully, but thanks for asking. My corner kept telling me to counter and move, but my ears were ringing too loud to hear.
You have got to be the best evil phantasm backstory robot panda I've ever met.
He would buy me ice cream, every night a different flavor, knowing full well that I was lactose intolerant, that sick son of a... Now I can totally trash Dr. Kerr in my memoirs without fear of being sued for slander.
They both caught the other in bed with their wife and strangled each other to death. And their religion is?
Scientology.
Natch.
I have to say, for a murderous wraith, he was far more reasonable than John Defoe.
And he was so cuddly, too.
Oh wait, you forgot to take the bear! Oh.
Blah blah, I'll show them all. Blah blah, take over the world. Blah. Ooh, here's a cake recipe.
It does not seem to matter if I'm pleased or not. They still claim to be Siamese.
What's he gonna do? Scare them apart? Even for crazy, that's crazy.
Wait, if they're already terrified of clowns, wouldn't the beatings be redundant?
Most people just use anesthetic.
He's searching for Siamese triplets next. I've never seen a 3-olive martini served that way before.
Hey, just like the acts from the kitchen. Maybe if we introduce them to each other, they'll find something in common and hook up.
Don't be ridiculous. We don't even know if the axe swings that way.
Aw, that was probably some beaten kid's last drawing. Meanie.
If you listen closely, you can hear the subletters of Dr. Kerr screwing each other like rabbits. Try your bare feet. That should work.
Daboo-dee, daboo-die, daboo-dee, daboo-die.
Hey look, it's a crappy clone of Mr. Dew's castle.
Still looks better than the Atari 2600 board.
This is true.
Because it looks like a bitchin' water slide is underneath.
Yeah, Dr. Kerr's been holding down the town. What the hell? Oh, so they're just sitting in random bookshelves now.
Ooh, is that Lisa Frank?
That was after my treatments, of course. Damn if I can remember what I originally brought her in for.
Spider. Tell her Gary Busey is hiding under her bed. Then you'll see some fear. Yeah, not like that ancient 6-year-old who you beat like a government mule. That kid knew what was what.
He's planning to fondle those tumors so hard.
And I had a dream about a fanged, yet absolutely adorable panda bear. All my credibility shot.
Maybe we'll run into Alf having a drink at Roger's place.
This room was for trapping Santa and using him to scare children.
Yes, the boards are very old and worn, and yet somehow still tighter than a ballerina's butt.
Their motto? First do grievous bodily harm. Save that shit for King's Quest.
For who? Andre the Giant? Crumby.
Yeah, then you build one that isn't a bunch of 8-bit digits. Death, or dirty hands. Clearly death is the way to go.
Besides, when it comes to getting your hands dirty, I think Dr. Kerr has you beat. Oh, so we're casing the place to sell off its crumby artwork?
Okay, reservation for one to loot Dr. Kerr's mansion at 2:30 p.m.
Wow, that was one tall kid in there.
Nah, the Siamese twins probably just stood on each other's shoulders. As opposed to his normal state beating children to death while cosplaying? So naturally, Dr. Kerr decided the best way to atone to God was to repeatedly call him a dickweed. Good plan.
Do you think Dr. Kerr buys his journals in bulk at the dollar store?
Either that or they all have one page apiece.
Funny, they didn't seem to bother him when they were alive. On Wednesday you will pick up some milk at the grocery, but it will go on sale over the weekend, and you'll miss out on the savings.
Formalized by Pope Paul VI in Vatican II, you know.
You will come bearing Amway. My bank account will be ruined. Welcome to my house. The moment he passed passes by my bed, I'll bite his ankles, but good.
Or he just read the crucifixion manual upside down.
The thing's written in Latin. It's all Greek to me.
Well, there it is, folks. The plot hole. If time has created the crack, then we will wait. Start the timer. Set it for 2 years.
And don't shut off the computer before then, or you'll have to start over. No, it was because he finally ran out of journals.
Judging by the height of that graffiti and the size of that chair, Dr. Kerr is roughly 15 feet tall and 8 inches wide.
He's a proto-Slender Man.
Hey, hands off my whooping stick.
Loath as I am to meet Dr. Kerr, I'm far more terrified to meet his decorator.
No shit, game. That's why I'm using this giant novelty match.
Some days you just gotta disembowel a teddy bear.
Better be careful. The evil panda ghost might think that you're shivving his little brother. Yeah, for 3 seconds.
So it is written, so shall it be plausible.
Like Jen's love for Ben.
What did the fish say when it swam to me? Damn! Thank you, I'll be here all week. And all month and all year. You've been a great crowd. Tip your waitresses. Good night! I suggest you use Donald Trump.
Apparently this axe is only good for spreading jam on toast.
No wonder it was in the kitchen.
Now to discover the mysteries of Dr. Kerr's wine cellar. Oh my god, Becky. Look at his butt. It is so pointy. Ah, what the fuck is wrong with his eyes?
Those aren't eyes, they're concentrated evil! How come none of these questions lead to how awesome the Leafs will be with Babcock coaching? I asked Dr. Kerr if he could cure my cataracts too, but he said some things are beyond therapy. Relax, Rizzo will keep him in line as long as you have food. Yes, that's been established.
I'm starting to suspect our protagonist is also 6 years old.
And so are his prices.
Dude, stop sympathizing with the psycho. The man was 110 years too soon for the rise of cat macros on Imgur.
Dr. Kerr, history's greatest quack. Yeah, at least 14 years older than the others.
I'm getting a Dawson's Creek vibe right now.
Does he like pina coladas? Getting caught in the rain? Have I told you how scared I am of Pokemon cards? They're goddamn terrifying!
Except on occasion when he gets in a huge fight and has to go sleep on the couch.
I just can't talk to me when I'm like this.
Which means we just let him write to Kyle.
Good one, player.
Nobody likes a Monday morning quarterback, Kyle. Ah, YouTube commenters.
Meg?
Except anyone smart and attractive enough to watch our videos, of course. You're great.
And don't forget Witty.
Absolutely. We gotta pad out this game for another 5-10 minutes at least! Me? I arranged everyone else's dead bodies to spell out dirty words!
Hey, it's one way to pass the time.
And sorry about the eyes, kid. And the knees.
And the butt. Seriously.
Thanks, I haven't eaten in weeks! Protect him, Fuse, as you have me!
So wait, if the kid is outside, why not just run?
Because then there'd be no game.
Oh, yeah. Wow, this looks almost like Assassin's Creed.
And yet it runs so much better on a PC. No worries, I'm sure it's very sturdy Sharpie.
Smells like licorice.
Death through the air ducts. That's how they killed Robert the Bruce, too. Yeah!
Penn and Teller?
Yeah!
Or the entertainment that the alleged pimp organized.
If Where's Waldo was reimagined by Edvard Munch. They only understand horn noises.
Or maybe they're just waiting for our order?
Can I have fries with that?
They're kids. They don't want justice, just Oreos.
Like not hitting on a 12.
Whatever you do, don't offer them pie.
Ah, MST jump scare.
8 big heart attack. Thought they were leaning in for a smooch myself.
Kiss us, fat boy. Well, what if I sneeze on it and you tell me bless you? So you can touch the vent grates and leave. They don't mind that.
See? They are noble and kind spirits. You know, between all these journals lying around in the map room downstairs, the people of West Derry really dropped the ball when it came to combing this joint.
They were probably too busy smoking it.
For some reason, he has not turned into Kate Upton yet. More pink clothes are prescribed. We shall see how long it takes for one of the rats to step up and babysit the brat. I'm tired of him already. I have added chinchillas and hamsters based on advice gleaned from Imgur.
And the newly crowned Rat King was unleashed upon the world. He's 14 and underground. If he didn't drink all the wine, it's because he has too much taste to drink the boxed shit.
You're probably right. Let's try using our actual hands instead. Must be a disposable axe. One use, then toss in the trash.
Sup, Clowny?
Well, this gives new meaning to the phrase, bless this mess.
It's not bless this mess. It's mess, bless this.
What a cheerful sentence.
Don't feel bad or anything. You're only attempting to assuage the remnants of two children's souls, lie to them once more, and tell them it's blessed.
They trusted the caramel secret with you?
So that's where Dr. Kerr caught that wallfish.
Nah, he kidnapped her from the fishmonger and then beat it to death while dressed as Captain Highliner. There. Now Dr. Kerr won't have any water for his toilet. Revenge is ours! Clowns in the tower, I'm reaching out. Please tell me what to do. Never mind. No it didn't. We're still holding it in our hand. See? Never mind.
Wiring power in the year 1900.
Hope the fluorescent lights didn't interfere with the microwave there. Wonder if Dr. Kerr's air hockey table works finally. Me and the evil panda have a match.
There.
Mind the spikes.
The ladders in this game look like they're made from licorice and hopeful intentions.
There's a drain underground. Talk about redundant.
April, you down there?
Forget the room with the 3 dismembered corpses. This is where it really stinks of death. Well, dirt budget ran out too. Enjoy some black shag carpeting.
Must have spent it all on Sharpies and journals.
Yep, when I'm underground, I make sure all my tunnels are unsecure. So the drain didn't take care of it. I'll have that.
It must have been a decorative drain, for display purposes only.
Like Keith Richards?
But I want them!
You can't always get what you want.
Oh. The Iron Giant!
Dr. Einhardt, is that you? Aw, Itsy Bitsy's all grown up.
And get me some flies, preferably horse.
Yeah, I'm laying down a suppressing fire while they lob the grenades. Funny, I was expecting Charlotte.
And I was expecting some pig. Now get on with it. On stage, my stand-up act was beyond horrible.
Dr. Kerr chanting "Chittle Chittle" was bad enough, but nowhere near as disturbing as hanging from the ceiling by his ass.
He kept kissing me upside down. It was really gross.
Technically, shouldn't Emily have come back as Dr. Kerr then?
No, she should be coming back as the programmer.
He's in Geneva presenting his research. Duh.
He's almost as elusive as Robert Denby. Killing him immediately would have been far more efficient.
And then you could have all changed into My Little Ponies when you were done.
2-3 frames of animation, tops.
Santa?
Oh my god, then it's true! Dr. Kerr is Kris Kringle!
Unless he sneezes, or coughs, or falls, or starts singing Mary Poppins.
It's the doctor! It's the doctor, step in time! It's the doctor, step in time! What?
I drink gasoline and naphtha. You don't want to smell my flatulence.
Light it and throw it back in your face? I'll go burn a man alive in his own chimney. Thank you, kind spirit. Ew, that's a turd. She gave us a spider turd.
Spider turd, spider turd.
Shit, now I have to wash my hands again.
Hey, I just thought of something. If Dr. Kerr normally has this place flooded, how come Kyle didn't drown when he was trapped down here?
I guess they do all float down here. Bob Vila would shake his head in shame at this castle.
Dr. Creep had better taste.
Hey, Clowny, off to avenge your deaths. Man, all the floors are spotless in here. He must have scared one of the kids with his vacuum cleaner. Best idea he's had yet. And we're walking.
Keep up with the tour group, everyone.
Who you are? Did they send a pizza?
I am the god of hellfire, and I bring you fire. I think you to burn.
Talk to my lawyer. You'll find him in the furnace.
Uh-oh, Dr. Kerr's left on Sean Hannity somewhere in the castle.
Wait, the children were cannibals? Never mind then. Have at them, Dr. Kerr.
I see visions of dead kids all day long, and believe me, they're dicks. I'll spare you the beating and just bring out B. Arthur in a thong.
That's not a hand, that's an upside-down fire. Special effects! Fix this!
Yes, folks, this is our big bad villain, a dork stuck in the fireplace.
We may only have seconds before he jazz hands us to death.
What the hell is that, a turd? Oh, now that's just immature.
Fire burning is all the rage in West Derry? And this is why your evil plan needs to be thought through.
So our brave hero roasts the disabled man.
Kerr McLargehuge is toast. Oh, he's blushing. He must be so embarrassed.
Hey, Dr. Kerr, how's that sunburn coming along? Keep screaming, dude. You'll be cured in no time.
How do you like your Mad Doctor? Regular, extra crispy?
I like Cajun.
Good choice.
Thanks to us, the spirits of Dr. Kerr's young victims are now accomplices in murder.
I feel more at peace already. The hero moves on, his newfound bloodlust sated for the next 4 hours.
Ah! Don't do that!
This is actually an accurate representation of the skyline of Moscow. Cool! Free game for everybody!
Oh, so the little rugrats are firebugs too?
So, which one of these people is supposed to be us again?
It's multiple choice. Pick whomever you like.
Meanwhile, all the town's harlots are overjoyed. They still have jobs, can go to church to be saved.
But wasn't Kyle already outside?
Wow, stone lights quickly, I guess.
And forgiving the flammable webbing bullshit. Since when does a castle burn up from setting a fire in the fireplace?
Now the orphan children of West Derry can go back to being unwanted and poor.
Aw, shush. We're just in time for happy hour. Whoa!
This is where Dr. Kerr opens his eyes back up, right?
Thankfully, no. Cheers to you, Mr. Higgins, for making us laugh at death. Again. And cheers to all of you for watching this LP. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Megan 6.7.
And I'm Kizzy Caspy.
And we hope to see you again soon.
Sure do.
Till next time, push the button, Frank. I mean, Kizzy.
Whatever you say, Dr. F.
He has these theories, baby, oh so rad. He took some orphans, they said he was mad. He gave them beatings, gave them a big scare. By cosplaying as the worst nightmare. They call him
Dr. Kerr!
They call him Dr. Kerr.
Call him Dr. Kerr!
He'll find a cure by scaring kids.
Dr. Kerr!
And even if you think he's full of it, in the end he don't give a shit. Kid got the flu, there's nothing you can do. You'll need his treatment, fix them good as new. He'll take disease or Siamese. There are no pills, no hidden fees. He'll kill your brat no matter what it takes.
Let's just hope this one won't die. Oh, poopy.
They call him
Dr. Kerr!
They call him Dr. Kerr.
Call him Dr. Kerr!
He'll find a cure by scaring
Call him
kids.
Dr. Kerr!
Can someone spare an orphan?